Watch your profanity.
Okay.
What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here on a quick break that I have at work. I'm working from home today. Quick break. But yeah, man, just wanted to shout out, first of all, DJ Crystal Clear jumping in, already saying only movie I've been wanting to see is Shazam 2. I mean, Megan Good is in it. I've got to see it, right? Shout out to Super Mario Wii, who's in here too, says, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. And doesn't care about, Crystal doesn't care about the rest of DC Comics. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see if people care or not. Zachary, don't take the Pfizer Levi. Oh, is that what he said? Is that what he just said? I haven't seen too much on this yet, but I know he's been doing stuff as well. We're going to jump into that, guys. I also picked up Undisputed, the newest boxing game that's supposed to rival Fight Night. Hopefully Fight Night Round 4, because Round 4 was my favorite one. I know there was another one after it, but Round 4 was incredible to me. So we'll be playing that very, very soon. Look for that sooner than Fighting Game Friday, because it just came out in early access. I bought a Steam game for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. Clue has the article. Is the kid still in Shazam 2? Yes. He's not really a kid anymore, though. He doesn't look like a kid. Let's see. Lots of good stuff. Mario says, yeah, I hope Shazam 2 is good. Me too. Me too. All right, we're going to jump into this. We're going to do kind of a tweet down. It's going to be super dope. I appreciate you guys all coming through. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about the channel. Lots of new selectors have been joining us. We've been trying to hit 500 on YouTube and 1,000 on TikTok. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, Spotify podcasts. We just did SummerSlam over on Twitch. It was dope.
What?
Appreciate you guys all coming through. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. So let me start here. Any movie that has Megan Good in it, I'm going to see. It's just like Michael B. Jordan. I'm just going to see. So I'm going to see Shazam 2. Maybe we should start there. We have not reacted to this trailer yet. But I'm super excited for that. How do I feel about Sammy turning face? I'm super disappointed and happy for him at the same time. Sammy, the storyline has just been so good, man, to me. I just don't want Sammy to turn face. I wanted them to do something different. Or turn the whole bloodline face. That's what I wanted. Clue says DC Elseworlds may be just a memory. I hope so. Let's check this out real quick. Let's watch the Shazam 2 trailer. Break this down real quick. And then we'll jump into what James Gunn's been talking about online, which I've seen just a little bit. All right. You guys know how we do it. We watch it all the way through. I'll give it a reaction. And then we'll try and break some stuff down. Got audio on it for you guys. Listen, dude, bro. Down for this.
We are at war. We will annihilate everything. Champions of this realm.
It's
can do
not
nothing
Granny
to stop
Goodness,
us.
apparently.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that.
A lot has changed in the last few years. The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, here's the situation.
Started from the
Oh,
bottom,
boy.
now the whole team here.
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Daughters of Atlas. Okay.
Children stole the power of the gods.
I didn't turn off the sound.
You
Don't want
ripped
Drake
it from
hitting me
our
flat.
father's core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this.
You want these powers? Come get them!
Hey, Khaleesi!
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Sorry, guys.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
We have one job to do. Save the world.
You're giving a lot away with this dragon fight.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
Did they just split him from
Can't do this.
the kid?
Take my powers back. You gave them to me so you could take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion.
What is going on?
You know exactly what must be done.
That's very Doctor Strange.
Billy, what are you doing? I
What?
have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right. Okay. All right. So I have questions. Let's jump into the comments first, and then well, you know what? Let me give you my reaction real quick. They showed a lot of that dragon fight. A lot of that dragon fight. Did they show us too much of this movie? Because he's going to have to fight the two sisters. He's going to have to fight a dragon. Did we see all of this movie already? I hope the answer is
Nope.
let's jump into the comments before we break this down. Clue says, DJ, the other movies only exist because of Ezra. That needs to be killed off. Mario said, I feel like we shouldn't have gotten a second trailer for Shazam 2. Oh, feel like we shouldn't have in November, December, because it's been 5 to 6 months since the first trailer. Yeah, it's been a long time. But now it seems like they've given up the whole farm. Clue said, oh yeah, when he said he hated the movies. Shazam versus Superman next DC movie. I call it no Superman and mid. Titus said no Superman. I feel like mid as well. Mario put the lightning bolt. It's hard for me to want to watch this movie because we know that James Gunn, who's doing it right now, he's changing everything. So how does all this fit together? Why does it matter? You know what I mean? Maybe we'll have that answered as soon as we look at what James Gunn just said. Who knows?
Okay.
Mario said, are they just trashing the movie? Because Halloween ends, they kind of trash the movie by showing too much stuff. That's what I'm wondering. Clear DJ says, if Drake is a cameo in this movie, I'm disappointed. I doubt it. You'd have to pay Drake so much money to do that. Let's see if we can find stuff to break down in this. There's a lot because it seems like they're giving up the whole movie. I mean, we know basically they're just trying to get the powers back from the kids. And it seems like they accomplished the goal, which would make a lot of sense because the problem is you have a superhero team, but this is not a superhero team movie. You know what I mean? I think they jumped the gun in the first movie. The acting is still that weird. It's a scary movie, but it's not. Titus said tie-in Wonder Woman. Yeah. Oh man. So we've seen that before. Maybe Titus. Now again, here's the team. You've given everybody superpowers. So what makes Shazam important in this team? Because it's not called Team Shazam. It's just Shazam, right? I mean, dang, there's another person who has his exact costume. That's the same costume. At least these guys are different colors. And then it's all focused on this dragon. Unless this dragon is the opening fight, which I have a feeling it's not, we've seen all the movie. But they've got to try to like depower, and we're seeing it right there. They're depowering all the other heroes. Okay, cool, fine.
Perfect.
Now, again, this is why, hey, Khaleesi. So obviously they're, Game of Thrones reference there. But he had the spear that she had. So he's eventually going to get it. This March. And again, a lot of the dragon fight. They're going to basically get trapped. But this is interesting to me. It looks as if, it's cut as if they get separated from their adult selves. Now, if that's true, that could be interesting how they get back together. But we know that's going to happen, right? For me, I don't know. The first movie was mid. It got like a C for me. I had hope for this one. I really did. Again, we're seeing, all right, they're going to lose their powers. Mario said, are they just trust me? Okay. Mario says, and also the dragon has to be the main villain, obviously, because you're right. They're showing so much of the dragon fights in the trailer. Clue says he's telling them to stop about Pfizer. Oh, dude is a leader right status with the comment due to Twitter posts. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, the outside politics. Yeah. All right, so he's got to save her. They do. I mean, they spoiled that.
Perfect.
Obviously. Yeah, I think we can confirm that he does definitely separate there. I mean,
What did he say?
what's the point? I feel like they should just leave them separated because the kid's growing up, right? Just leave them separated. You have an excuse now. Titus says movies nowadays are not for comic book fans. It's been rough. Now, I'm not a huge Shazam historian either, so this may be right on point. Now, unicorns. Right. Mario said DC probably doesn't even care about this movie anyway. And that's what I want to see what James Gunn has to say about all this, because the movie's still got to come out. Again, is that the end of the movie? This seems like the big heroic movie. Like, heroic part of the movie. He's going to smash into the dragon. And that's how you end the movie. What are we showing that for?
What?
Ugh. I'm going with a D for this trailer. Does it look cool? I mean, yeah. But showed way too much. They still paid a lot of money to make the movie. Exactly. And so now it's like, hey, let's just throw it out here and see if people will come watch it anyway. I mean, I will, but I was not really impressed with that trailer. They still have problems with tone. Is it for kids? Is it not? I don't know. Let's jump over to see what James Gunn is saying. Oh, here we go. I'm going to stay out of the politics of what he said for right now. Let's talk about, oh, here we go already. James Gunn says Henry Cavill wasn't fired, just not hired. Okay. All right. Okay. I feel like that's a good way of explaining it. I think I'm okay with that.
Okay. 'Cause 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 'C
Let's see. Clue said Gunn is waiting to reboot this and making sure Booster Gold Chris Pratt is the character overtakes it. Oh no, I don't like Booster Gold at all. I really had no desire to watch Black Adam. It surprised me. You know, it was what it was. I liked the action of it. I did. Yeah, I think, let's see, Mario says, yeah, I think probably give this a 4 out of 10. That's if the movie isn't bad. Yeah. And Clue said fired. Fired. Batman. 2 new Batman projects are coming soon. Oh no! He's not gonna retcon the Batman? The Batman Part 2, which I like the name. Joker sequel will be Elseworld projects. So, okay, I see what Clue's talking about. Taking place outside the DCU. Brave and the Bold will be a father-son movie. I don't want that. Okay, let me explain this. Let me explain this real quick. I need to hear from James Gunn. But I want Batman. I want what they're doing with the Batman. I just want Batman stories. And again, is it going to be Batman and Dick Grayson? Titus says, that's just a nice way of saying he's fired or the job is not there. And Mario says, oh, Nightwing exists. They're not going to... If it's not Dick and Batman, I don't want like Jason Todd, and I do not want Damian Wayne. I do not want Damian Wayne at all. Because that's the problem with with Batman and Justice League is Batman's too old, but yet he's like depowered. I need to watch what James Gunn is going to say. Titus didn't like Batman. Interesting. The Batman 2022. It's Damian Wayne. A Booster Gold series is in the works. Let me get to James. Let me just go to James. Because I trust James Gunn. Let me say that. I trust James Gunn. I just don't like Batman at that time. If that makes sense. Last good DC movie was Snyder Cut and Woman 1944 was terrible, bro. Snyder Cut was great. But Wonder Woman that movie was horrific. 6 minutes. Let's watch this. Let me react to this. Yeah, the Batman 2022, I liked that. It was slow, Titus. It was slow, but I like that we finally got a detective Batman. When I think of superheroes, and let me put this disclaimer out there, I think of what makes them at their core. Batman has never been a detective like he should have been, and I liked that about the Batman. Superman he was never the Boy Scout that he was supposed to be, but he needed. Thank you so much, Mike the Quad. Appreciate the like, bro. Superman needed more action coming off of Superman Returns. Wonder Woman, I think the first Wonder Woman movie it may be one of the best DC projects they have ever put out. But then they just crapped on 1984. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 84 was terrible. Okay, thank you. I'm glad Titus and I agree on that. Yeah. All right, let's see what Gunn has to say before I totally judge everything.
DC Studios. So as many of you know, hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios.
You guys got audio?
So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time.
Very true.
One of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation.
All right, I love
that. The characters
that.
are consistent.
I love
played
that.
By the same
I love that. I
actors,
love that.
And it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity.
Okay, let's stop
now,
right
Peter
there.
and I have gotten pretty
Let's stop
lucky
right there.
in terms of the 4 projects that are coming.
I'm cool with him separating. Hey, if it does not count, it does not count. I like that direction. Way to go. Good job, James Gunn.
Oh, yeah!
Cool with that. Let's keep going.
Coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2.
Okay. So, I'm cool. Shazam has been in his own little universe. We're going from that into the Flash, and then we're wrapping up what is considered the DCEU, correct? I think I got that. I'm good with that.
Perfect.
Now, the next thing is, then we go into Aquaman 2. So is Jason Momoa, he's still going to be Aquaman, right? We figured that, but if it resets everything, why isn't Aquaman coming out before the Flash? I don't understand that. Clue says other people hated the project, calling it woke. I'm fine with it. With Wonder Woman, I didn't think it was woke. I just thought it didn't move the story forward. Clue says we better get Wally for Flash as a reset. Good idea. The first Wonder Woman wasn't 1944. Right, it was 1917. Yeah, I like the first one. Couldn't stand the second one.
Which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
Okay.
A kid who's a marvelous part of the DC, that resets Beetle, a fantastic
Let me
love,
get all this.
that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
Okay, so technically, the first movie in this new DCU is Aquaman, then Blue Beetle, right? I think that's where we're at. Jason would be Lobo. Maybe. Again, he's saying maybe he can play both. The only DC movies I remember seeing was Snyder Cut, Shazam, Black Adam, Wonder Woman, 1984. I've only seen 4 DC movies. I would highly suggest seeing Man of Steel. I would watch Superman Returns only to compare it to Man of Steel. If you watch Superman Returns, you're going to hate it, and then you'll love Man of Steel. If you watch Man of Steel by yourself, you may be a little disappointed, though. All right.
So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming.
Okay.
This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter.
Okay.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes.
Whoa. With Weasel? Weasel here? So, what about Peacemaker? What about the Suicide Squad?
Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. If you're in the animated version, should be the same character as everything else. I love it. Great job. Woo in the chat. All right. Miguel of Cobra Kai as Blue Beetle is going to be good. Cool. I have to watch Cobra Kai. Titus says, it is so lazy when they do multiverse to explain different changes. Yeah, but Flash has that in the comics, though, right? It's okay for the Flash to reset everything, I think, because that's what happened in the comics. Wrestling, my guy. Sorry, I'm late. It's soccer transfer or football deadline. Oh, dude, that's important for you. That's okay. Weasel lived in Suicide Squad 2? Yeah. Okay. All right. Woo in the chat from Mario.
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a
Viola Davis coming back. So, it's okay for Wonder Woman to come back then. Because Flash reset everything. Okay. I'm with you there. I like the choice.
fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me.
What does
I'm
he
in the
mean by
middle
the
of it.
true
I'm
beginning?
having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
Nice.
Okay, the next thing is a
Nice.
big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it,
Oh my gosh. That's exciting. That's very exciting for me. How long am I streaming for? I got to wrap up right after this, guys. DC's copying Marvel too much. I think you've got to. I think you've got to make it all connect, or it's not worth watching. 2025 is 2 years from now. Green Lantern Corps. So, guys, I could play Green Lantern. There's still time.
they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters.
Never heard of them,
The
guys.
Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
He's going
They're
to
doing a
Guardians
television
of the
series
Galaxy.
called
Those guys,
Paradise
watch. They'll be
Paradise
mainstream.
Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost
Okay.
like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's.
Oh, that's the first miss for me. This is not Damien. So we're doing the pits. We're doing all of that stuff. Ra's al Ghul. Not what I wanted. The Authority's DC version of The Boys. Okay. Mario said Raven. Wrestling was talking about Aaron not being able to be here. That's okay, man. Middle of the day.
Great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line. And so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next.
Where's Nightwing? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. And watch, I'll end up loving the movie. Watch. I bet you I'll end up loving it. But I don't want that. I want regular Batman. I get it because you got the Batman Part 2. I get it. You got to differentiate. But why couldn't it have been Batman and Dick Grayson?
Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
I'm out on
One of my
Booster
favorite
too.
comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film.
Oh.
Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth
Oh.
and raised by loving
I
parents.
like
where
introducing Supergirl
in this
early.
story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some
I
terrible
like
way.
that.
So she's
That's
a much
cool.
more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories.
Okay.
Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things
Swamp
that's
Thing
very
could be
important
really
for
dope.
me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Real quick thoughts before I jump back. I got to get back to work. Real quick thoughts on this. And I'm going to read everybody's comments. I trust James Gunn. Let me say that first and foremost. I trust James Gunn. I think ultimately he knows what he's doing. I don't know if I like the direction of everything, but that's okay. Titus says, I can't say Wonder Woman 2 could have been good. It was just straight up terrible. It was. But Green Lantern could have been really good. It could have. It could have. It had the right idea, but then we got one of the big poop monster things. Mario says, ooh, that sounds interesting. I think talking about Swamp Thing, I hate this. James Gunn is promising all this, Titus says, but just watching won't happen. They'll do it all the time. I don't know. I think this is their chance to really make him Kevin Feige. And James Gunn, he has not steered us wrong. Again, he's made three, because the Christmas special is great too. 3 great Guardians of the Galaxy. I think this third movie is going to be fantastic. Peacemaker was incredible. The Suicide Squad was incredible. I think everything he's touched as far as superhero stuff has been good. I wish we were starting Batman in a different place. I would rather see Batman and Superman done correctly. Younger Batman, and I get it. Again, we've got the Batman. But I like that he's differentiating the Batman, Joker are all going to be in Elseworlds. It's going to be labeled. You're going to know. There's not going to be any confusion.
Choose your destiny.
Clue says, James Gunn's dark hero creativity is good. The Brave and the Bold leaves a bad taste without suggestion. But look at Brightburn and the Defender. Exactly. He can do it. It's great, yes, but he is overpromising. Yeah, and I think he's trying to get out ahead of. There's been a lot of backlash because we loved Henry Cavill. Guardians, Mario says, Guardians 3 is going to be sad. Yeah, I think it's really going to pull our heartstrings, man. I mean, shoot, the Christmas special got me. Guys, I got to get back to it. I appreciate all 5 selectors that came through today. You guys are incredible. I want to know more of what you guys think in the comments. I love the dynamic. I love Titus is pushing back. DJ's pushing back. Clue's always coming with the information. Mario's always positive. And my man Wrestling God came through as well. Tay said, I think they should have let Snyder have it. I think Snyder, he could have finished. Why not finish it, then reboot it? But you got to go off the Flash. That's the thing. The Flash is the key. Now, if the Flash movie is bad, you can't blame James Gunn. That's the thing. That's my take, guys. I appreciate you guys all coming through. I'm going to jump back to work. Make sure to
Choose your destiny.
like, share, sub, and subscribe. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. My name's Select Screen. Be kind to one another. And I'm out.